All right, guys, so this is Malik's car. Talked about it a little bit when it came in. He's getting the Vortech V3 off of Mike's car, so we pretty much have everything already removed. Honestly, it wasn't too bad at all. They installed the kit themselves, so there's a few things we had to replace. Essentially, Malik was going to take everything off of Mike's car. Like I said, we're waiting on the fuel system to come in. And then another thing is, Malik has a super nice Boss 302 manifold, and this charge pipe, a little coupler, is meant for the 18 because if you guys know, the 18 kind of angles up at like a 45-degree angle, and you can see the Boss and like all the Gen 2 stuff angles down. So we haven't messed with it yet. You'll probably see in the next video or this video sometime. But if we could rotate it enough and then maybe cut that back, there's just not much room to work with on this pipe. So we may actually have to get the coupler off of Gen 2. Or he does have an 18 manifold that's ported, which the 18 manifolds have been shown to flow just as much, if not better, than the Bosses. Sorry about everybody that thinks that's wrong, but go look at some data. The 18 plus manifold flows the best, and he does have a ported one. So we might end up just putting his 18 plus manifold on there. A few other things. Like I said, Mike bought this kit used, so he knew it was leaking real bad. Cleaned it up as best as we could, but it definitely has, I'm gonna post a picture here. But it's definitely got a massive leak somewhere in there. I'm guessing one of the gaskets or seals on the inside is going out. So I let them know. They were fine with it. They didn't want to fix it. But I ordered some oil because we'll put some new oil in there, and then told them just to keep a good eye on it. So I took a Scotch-Brite, trying to clean everything up. So it cleaned up pretty good. It's just got like a little satin finish to it. Cleaned up some of the charge pipes that you'll see up top because they were pretty bad. They looked like these ones, and you can see the kit was dented from a previous install, but these are things we let them know ahead of time when we take it off, just so they don't think we did it. But honestly, it's a good kit. This will be a super fun daily driver. You know, you can make 750, 800 on E85, depending on the pulley size you run, obviously. He's got, I can't remember what size pulley he has on there, but he does have a smaller pulley that he might switch to in the future. But this will be a super fun little like mid 700 car on the street. It's already got like headers and all that good stuff. Super loud exhaust, I'm sure. But just wanted to keep you guys updated. So while I'm waiting on parts, this is like the little overflow tank that comes with the kit, and that mounts on the strut tower. And then we're going to do a Motion Raceworks catch can, because one thing I don't like about these Vortex is they have you actually run the valve cover breathers back into the manifold, and I don't like to do that. I like to put it in a separate catch can. So got Malik a Motion Raceworks catch can. Got to figure out where we're going to mount that as well, because you know these engine bays are super tight, constraint with space. We trimmed the radiator brackets to move the radiator forward per Vortech instructions. But yeah, like I said, we're just waiting on one bolt for that bracket, and literally we can assemble the head unit, put all this stuff back together. So what I'm going to do today, which I already did, was clean that stuff up. And then I'm going to pull all the coils out, do the spark plugs, gap them to what his tuner recommends. And then, like I said, fuel system will come in sometime next week. We'll get that installed. Should take a couple days. And hopefully within the next like 7 to 10 days, this thing is getting tidied up and finished. Now I know you guys really want to see my car. Trust me, I know too. But this is what's keeping me busy right now, and this is what is going to help me pay Joe. So Joe is actually working on my car right now. I ended up paying Joe to finish the wiring on my car because there's no way I could get it done. And obviously he has way more expertise in the Holley stuff, and I know it will be done right. But ran into an issue, got the wrong switch panel, which was my fault. We ended up doing, what had happened was I couldn't get a relay board in time. So my buddy Matt had a relay board. I bought it off him, but it's all ground triggers, meaning everything that's activated from the switch panel to the relay box is triggered by ground, not by 12 volt positive. So the switch panel needed to be the same. Well, I forgot to order it that way, which was totally my bad. And the problem is the switch panels are custom made to order from where I got it from. And I think I waited almost 8 weeks on that. So Joe knows the guy that makes them. They're kind of working on it the past few days, trying to figure out the best route to go. But Joe went on Rocky Mountain Race Week, which go to his channel, Streetcar Joe. He's going to upload videos, I guess, daily of him and Brady doing Rocky Mountain Race Week in Brady's Camaro, which is super cool. But that's kind of the holdup right now in my car. So I know y'all want to see my car. I know y'all want to see my car go to FL2K, but just waiting on parts again. Sucks. It sucks. So that's part of the game right now, you know, especially, you know, when you go that route. A lot of, you know, you can get a lot of parts in stock right now. You're whatever, smaller parts, but when you're doing custom stuff like that, it's made to order, and that's just part of the game right now. And even regular parts are hard to get right now, as everybody has seen. Like ARP is on some huge back order. It's so hard to get head studs and main studs right now. It's ridiculous. You can't even get wheel studs right now. It's insane. Unless your buddy had some and was holding on to them for a while. But that's kind of an update on where we're at. In the next like week or two, there's gonna be some huge changes around here, but hopefully you guys are at least enjoying that we still have Mustang content on the channel. Haven't totally left you guys stranded or totally changed the game, but I'll keep you guys updated as we can. And hopefully this week Joe's gone until like Thursday, and then he'll probably need a few days to recover because the old ass man, he doesn't recover like he used to when he was a young boy. So probably not this week, but the next week we'll go over to Joe's and see if we can get an update on the wiring on the Mustang. All right, so it's been a long one on this car, way longer than it should have. I don't remember if I even filmed, but anyways, last time we were over here, or filming at least, we got spark plugs in. Those are all gapped to what his tuner wanted them at. Mounted the catch can over there. Did a Motion Raceworks catch can for him. That's what he wanted. And I got to make the other line, but
shout out to Vortech for the horrible design.
It's just sitting there. So he has a Boss 302 manifold on an 18 Mustang, or 18 or 19, whatever year it is, Gen 3. So on these, they come with a little adapter. It flips the throttle body. But anyways, I think I talked about this in an earlier video. They 45 up for an 18 manifold, and the Boss, they 45 down. So we're trying to make the coupler work there. But we ended up doing a nice return style fuel system. You can see some of the lines down there. We got to finish it up. We did a Siley billet double pump in there. It's got the bracket for the third pump, but he just is doing double pump right now. But at least when he wants to upgrade, he can throw the third pump in there. We got a dash 10 feed coming up, dash 8 return. We got to mount the rails. We're doing my Coyote direct rails on here, which is going to be pretty sick. And yeah, the reason why it's taking so long in this car is we were missing a bolt. They had installed it on Mike's car, and so one of the bolts was kind of stripped in there. So we drilled it out, and we've been waiting on that bolt forever. I ordered the wrong one, and then it took forever to ship, but we got the right one. And then we were waiting on the fuel system stuff to come in. So we honestly, this is the most progress we've probably made on this car since the first day we started, because the last like week we really haven't done anything. We've just been waiting on parts. But got the intercooler mounted up. This dent was already there, so don't hate on us. But it is a used kit. So, but yeah, Chase been putting in work. Got the head unit mounted up and got the manifold back on. All the charge pipes are in. Catch cans on. Coolant reservoirs on. That's from the previous car. That's why it's kind of scratched up. We did clean up the Supercharger a little bit because it had a pretty nasty leak on it. So we got him some new, I keep saying Supercharger, Vortech, sorry. But got him some new synthetic oil for it. And I told him he just needs to keep an eye on it because it did have a pretty nasty leak, which he knows about. They weren't really wanting to get it fixed right now. So we're trying to fit it with the 302 manifold. I don't know if I'm sure someone out there has ran one, but when I Googled it, I couldn't find anything on someone running one. So I bet if we twist that pipe too.
That pipe?
No, that one. Twist it where it sits on that one. It'll help relieve some of the angle too. You know, like rotate it a little bit. Then we gotta probably extend the, I mean, this would reach, but we're probably gonna extend it because that looks kind of ugly. So then, like, if you rotate it.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So we're finishing up. Hopefully we can get it all put back together this weekend. We do have the base file from it. He doesn't use Lund. He uses Palm Beach Dyno, which is fine. Like, I mean, I prefer Lund, but this isn't my car, and that's what he prefers to use. And so we did get the base file from Palm Beach Dyno. And Chase is loving life today because he got 2 hours of sleep last night because he likes to party on his days off. But yeah, so we're making some headway. Oh, let's show him. I'm gonna show him your little thing you got. Oh, we did get an RPG engine in. That's for another build coming. Yeah. So Chase finally got his own box. Look at this. So mine I've had for like 10 years. It's like the narrow, skinny Husky. I've just had it forever. So when we moved over here, really the only one I added was this one, just so I had some more space for all my tools.
We're not sponsored by Husky.
But yeah, Husky sponsor us. So Chase and I aren't rich, so we can't really afford Snap-on, and we don't feel like going into $100,000 worth of debt and making payments the rest of our lives. So we pay cash for Huskies. But this one's super nice. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's only $1,000 for the top and the bottom. And it's got the drawers where they don't slam. So that's super nice. And then it's all blacked out. It's got electrical plugs in it. It's got I think this part, this part here I think is magnetic. It's got a light on it. But it's super badass. So Chase finally brought over his own tools so he can quit losing my shit.
Hey, you lost it.
These are the Coyote Direct fuel rails, actually, if you guys haven't seen them yet. There's only, I think, 5 or 6 pairs left on the website. But yeah, these are the Coyote Direct rails. Malik's getting a pair on his car. Mike's going to get a pair on his car. And Nick ain't getting shit on his car because it's never going to be running.
Nick sucks.
But yeah, so we're hoping to finish up Malik's this weekend. So hopefully we'll have like a startup video for you guys, and we'll kind of take you around on once we got the base tune on it. But we're finally making some headway. And what I did was I printed out the instructions. The only reason why is because all of these spacers back there are literally, there's like 4 that are the same, and I think the rest are all different. So
Shout out Vortech.
we took the micrometer to it and measured them out, made sure we had all the right ones, because that spacing is very, very specific, which is kind of annoying. And that's why we just put turbos on cars. It's so much easier.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Everyone's always like, man, turbos are so much more work. There's so much to them. Like, nah, 4 bolts and you're done.
Literally 4 bolts.
Maybe a couple oil lines here and there.
$60.
All right, so we checked the, as you guys found out earlier, I had to do a bunch of cleaning on this because it had a pretty nasty leak. We don't know how much fluid was in there, but it wasn't even touching the bottom of the dipstick. So make sure you guys, on this one, the dipstick's over here. They're different on each blower, but we checked the dipstick. It wasn't even touching the bottom, so we added a full bottle, got it in the cross-hatched area of the dipstick, and so we got him some extra bottles. It's selling in a 3-pack anyway, so he's got some extra ones so that he can check the fluid, because like I said, it does have a slight leak to it, so he'll keep an eye on it. So with running the Boss 302 manifold and the throttle body facing down versus up, we had to make you need a fully custom charge pipe from Coyote Direct.
Yeah, fully charge pipe consisting of an old turbo kit from...
Yeah, luckily the shop we're at, he had an extra piece of charge pipe, which actually was the right size. So we were able to cut that down. Chase cut it down, made it all nice. And then we had some extra couplers laying around. And then we obviously cut one.
Notice
This
how
was
his hands
the
aren't dirty and mine
original
are.
one. Oh, here we go. Chase also extended the throttle body sensor. It'll reach, but you run it across the top and it's super tight.
Looks ugly.
So we redid that. I got the catch can done. There's one line right there. I used the Motion Raceworks valve cover adapter on that side. And then it goes around the back of the manifold to the passenger side. And then, look at that. So just putting the throttle body back on, I'll show you guys what the charge pipe looks like. We're going to clean it up tomorrow. We just literally barely cut it and smoothed it up, cleaned it up. So
That side looks a lot better. That side looks like crap.
so I'll show you guys what it looks like here in a second. And then tomorrow we'll clean that pipe up. And then literally we just have to build the rest of the fuel system, and this thing is ready to go. All right, guys, so there it is, all put back together. So luckily, like I said, we had a extra charge pipe here that was the right size. Unfortunately, the way it would have been nice if this was like all one pipe and then MAF sensor bracket was welded in there, but the MAF flange welded in there, kind of like how we do the turbo cars. But that's not how that works. So it looks pretty good though. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Obviously, if we were fabricators, you know, and we knew this kit was coming in and we knew it wouldn't work with the manifold, then, you know, probably we could have had that pipe made. But it's going to work. It's going to hold nice and tight. And we got the Boss 302 manifold to work because we weren't sure if we're going to be able to make that work. And obviously we couldn't use the coupler that it comes with, so we had to make our own, which is what I kind of had figured, but he had thought it would work. But we made it work either way. Got the filter on. You guys saw I put some brand new fluid in there. Got the catch can ran. We got to hook up all the coolant overflow lines to the overflow reservoir that it comes with. So, but yeah, car is coming together pretty good. Like I said, we just got to put the fuel system in it. It's getting my injectors and then the Siley dual pump return kit. So we got to make all the lines for that. We've got the main feed and return ran into the car right now. We just got to bring them up through the engine bay and cut them. So we'll update you guys when we get there. It's a little cold out. Shoo! Full house. Oh, great. Chase just whacked that car. Just kidding. Shoo!